good afternoon, and about to start our trip into hopefully France and Spain. That's the plan. Should be nice, shouldn't it?
Yeah, can't wait.
But we got down towards New Haven really early. Had a lovely evening last night at the Hare and Hounds Wardington, thank you very much. Met Rachel and Dave, had a pub stop over with the bands, which was brilliant, and then breakfast at Jilk's Cafe this morning, which we haven't been to for a while. But yeah, nice and early down to New Haven, so we've taken a drive a little bit further up the road, Seven Sisters Country Park, and
It's given me a few nightmares about walking up here at one point.
a long time ago. Yeah, we did a big walk along this way, but yeah, absolutely lovely and early for the ferry, making the most of the late afternoon sun. And
It's
next
gorgeous,
stop,
isn't it?
yeah, next stop New Haven ferry port,
Yay.
and then after that Dieppe,
Yeah.
and into Normandy. So let's see what the next couple of days brings. Well, good morning from Fécamp. I think it's morning, I've kind of lost track. Off a ferry at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
after about 4 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Well, nowhere near that.
It's a bit,
So pulled up in the supermarket car park and got our head down for, we thought 30 minutes, and about 3 hours later we're ready to do a bit of shopping. So we're going to stock up and then see what the day brings. Shopping done, €154.
quite bad for what we had. You've
Got to keep a stock for a while. Yeah. And
Fridge is absolutely jam-packed.
yeah, toilet, coffee, good toilets,
Yeah.
coffee, breakfast,
Croissant.
yeah,
Ooh.
bloody lovely. And we'll go and have a wander around Fécamp. Well, that was Fécamp.
Lovely town, really
Was.
pretty.
Yeah, nice little walk.
That Benedict Palace was lovely.
Stunning building.
Yeah,
Stunning,
really
lovely
nice.
seafront, lovely marina. And off to the next stop. We'll see where we can end up. I'm not sure whether we can park. So fingers crossed, we'll get to Etretat. Well, we're in Etretat and finally found somewhere to
Oh,
park.
how difficult was that?
Not very camper van, well, not very camping car or motorhome
It's
friendly.
all the height restrictions, isn't it?
Yep, 2 metres 10 everywhere on all the public car parks. So we're up at the railway station, and even there was a sign here that said no camping cars, but
there's others
it's
here.
obviously quiet. And there's a few others, and there's a police station directly in front of us, so
Can't be that
hopefully
bad.
they turn a blind eye. But at €7.50, it better be bloody worth it. Lovely little park up, just doing the services, even though we don't really need to. I think it
topping up while we've got it.
always pays to do it while you get the chance. Get rid of the air, empty the toilet, but it has to be done. And beautiful spot too. Slept really well.
Ah, I did.
quiet, dark. I mean, there's a meeting rooms behind us, and I think there's a bit of a party going on. But
There's a bit of ABBA going on. That was brilliant.
it didn't go on too late. But yeah, slept quite late this morning. It was lovely and quiet. And I think we needed to catch up after our
Yeah, we did.
lack of sleep yesterday on that early arrival. What we're out to do this break, really, this trip, is a couple of things we want to try and... We don't have goals or aims, but what we want to try and work towards is working on a bit of a budget, just keeping the costs down and sensible. Not being cheap and skinflints,
but being last trip
sensible.
we were extravagant.
A little bit. Felt like we were anyway. So we just want to work out just how, not how cheaply, but how reasonably you can get by living in a van. And
it's interesting to work out for your next trips as well, isn't it?
I think it is. You know where your base cost is.
Yeah.
And also to eat a bit more healthy and to be a bit more active. I mean, not on an exercise kick or anything silly like that, but to get out, do some walking, got the bikes in the back, do a bit of cycling. You'll notice no scooters, which we might miss. I think we will miss at times.
We will miss it, but it's nice sometimes to just do a non-scooter
different kind
event.
of break, different kind of trip. Yeah. So our first port of call today, we're going to have a look at the D-Day landing beaches, which we've never been to before, and we're heading in the ideal direction. Let the car go by. To start at Pegasus Bridge, and we're not very far away, so that'll be our first stop. Well, behind us is Pegasus Bridge. That's the new bridge. The old bridge is in the museum, which we'll see in a few minutes. The river crossing here was absolutely vital to protect the flank of the invading army attacking the D-Day beaches a few hours after. What's remarkable here, and I'm sure we'll see as we go round, is that in order to land troops here, they actually more or less just crashed 3 gliders into wherever they could land near the site here in order to take it over. Apparently the operation was pretty straightforward once they were on the ground, because the bridge wasn't as heavily defended as it might have been. But the cafe behind us over there is the first building in France that was liberated.
Yeah.
There you go. And so we'll have a look around the museum and find out a little bit more. The one thing I will say is this video is not going to be a history lesson and a documentary. It's just us going around and seeing the sights, because I haven't got all the information, and there's plenty of far more knowledgeable people than me have made really interesting and factual videos. So this is our blog, and this is our trip. The whole place is fascinating, but what really does sort of I don't know, stir my imagination might be the best thing, is to, well, you can't really imagine.
You can't.
What
it must have been absolutely frightening.
Terrifying to actually be towed across the channel in one of these, defenceless, and you can't even turn and fly away or anything from any potential problems, to then be released from the plane that's towing you over enemy territory, knowing you're going into a crash landing, and then not quite knowing what reception you're going to get if you actually survive the landing.
Scary.
And what's amazing is virtually all of them, I mean, not just the ones involved in the Pegasus operation, the bridge operation, but just reading the information here, virtually all of the gliders landed pretty much roughly where they intended to be, and safely. So with hardly any sort of personnel injured, which is just, considering they're just made out of bloody plywood and canvas. And
can you show on the video the one that's in there?
I have, yes, I've got a bit of video there, so I'll put that on the real one.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely incredible. What brave men to just even step inside one to start with,
Yeah.
let alone to know what's going to come to you when you step out of it at the other end. These are the site of 2 of the glider landings. Came in by stopwatch and compass and the light of the moon, and to get within 50 yards of the target is just absolutely incredible. Ferry in the port of Caen at Ouistreham, and the beach stretched out in front of me was Sword Beach, the most easterly of the D-Day landing beaches. And on such a beautiful, calm, sunny day like today, very, very difficult to imagine what it must have been like, despite seeing the videos and films, etc., and photographs of the day. Almost impossible to imagine the soldiers coming in off the landing craft, streaming off the beach and into the face of enemy fire. It's incredible. Behind us is a monument called the Flame, La Flamme, which was constructed to commemorate the detachment of French troops that joined the British and Canadian troops at this end of the D-Day landing beaches. The Normandy coast was referred to as Juno Beach and was the landing place for the Canadian forces on D-Day. And the building here is called Canada House, or Maison de la Canadienne, and it was the first building that the Canadians liberated once they managed to get up and off the beach. Been really lucky enough to find a park up just across the road suitable for camping cars. And why I say lucky is that the final thing I'd like to have seen today, and I thought we were just about done, was the remains of the Mulberry Harbour. And just by chance it happens to be dead opposite to where we've parked, and this is where the Allied Army actually created a harbour area so they could then unload equipment, men, supplies, ammunition, etc. to feed the army that were advancing through France. And they did it by sinking the hulls of old ships and then also linking them with concrete structures and floating pontoons and a network of metal roads and bridges, so they could literally drive equipment from boats out in the bay onto the beach. Well, morning from Long-sur-Mer, which is the last of our D-Day spots to visit this over this couple of days. And as you can see here, we're at one of the 4 gun emplacements here that were silenced literally immediately sort of before D-Day by a group of Navy ships that took these guns out, and then the following day on the 7th of June they were actually captured by British soldiers and all of the German staff taken prisoner. But they were part of the Atlantic Wall defence system, and they were able to inflict potentially huge damage onto oncoming shipping, but they proved to be nowhere near as effective as the guns from the British and American naval boats.
Intact they are.
It goes to show how well built they were. I mean, the guns are still in place and the casemates are still pretty much intact, and that's 80 odd years on, which is incredible. Amazing. Really. But you can get in and have a look around behind them as well. There's the rear of the gun, which looks to be, apart from the fact that it's obviously been taken out of action, is still relatively complete, and the casemate itself is in unbelievable condition considering its age, and back here must be where the munitions were stored, etc. And I'm not sure where the people lived. I don't think they lived here, but this is obviously where they operated from, and the level of protection, the thickness of the concrete is amazing. This hole here was punched by a shell from HMS Ajax, and there's some of the damage caused by it, and it's amazing that even now there's any part of this gun still in position. And this one obviously sustained much more serious damage than the other 3, and looking at the construction of the other 3, this one must have taken some serious bombardment to reduce it to the condition it's in now. The remains of the gun can still be seen here, and there's part of the barrel just over here. This was the spotting post or command post for the whole site. There would have also been anti-aircraft guns here and other defences defending the actual big guns themselves. Germans certainly knew how to lay a bit of concrete. That's incredible. Unfortunately, you're not allowed in there anymore. Apparently the cliff is weakening. Well, I think that's the Normandy D-Day landing areas, memorials done for us for this time. It's so much to see and do. I think
so interesting.
The trouble is, I don't think you can take it all in one visit anyway. So we've skipped a bit, and we've done, I suppose, what you'd call the British end of the D-Day beaches: Gold, Juno and Sword and Pegasus Bridge. And the American side stretches on up the coast in the other direction. So maybe another day, another visit. It's always a good reason. I like Normandy. It's such a lovely area, and nice cider.
And I think
nice
it'd be
cheese.
Too much to do it all in one go. I think it's nice to spread it out and sort of do a bit this trip and maybe do some more when you come again, and it breaks it up on the way to Spain. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Well, New Haven Dieppe such a handy crossing too. Yeah, it is.
Funny hours. It's thrown us for a day or two, but we slept well the last couple of nights.
Yeah, we have.
So onwards and heading south, and we'll see what our next stop is. Let's get a move on, shall we? somewhere we've stayed before, but it's a lovely little park up in a lovely little town in a really convenient location just off the National 10 between Poitiers and Angoulême, a town called Vivonne. And as you can see, proper camping car area. There's full services for emptying out, etc. But you buy this lovely stream in a car park in the middle of the town, and you can't quite pick it out, but across the road is a bakery, so fresh cakes for breakfast. Bit of shopping done, dieseled up, and being as we parked under some trees last night, if I can work out how the wash works, I think we need to get rid of all this bird crap. Hello Mrs. B, you just sit there, I'll do all the work, don't worry.
Here's Mr. B working hard and I'm just videoing him. I like to see a man working hard.
Not perfect, but definitely an improvement.
Just cleaning Mr. B's glasses.
And the added bonus is only one of us has got wet. I wonder how that's happened. Well, with all the jobs done, fuel, wash, shower, we managed to get a shower on the motorway. I think probably better to end this part of the trip today, now, because our next stop's going to be Spain. The weather's kind of chased us out of France in a polite way, but the forecast for Spain is so much nicer. We're going to just head down to the Costas and see what the next couple of weeks bring. So that'll be the end of this video. So as ever, please give us a like, please subscribe, all the usual, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio.
Bye.